Hello, spiritual beings, and welcome back to the Phoenix Inn, where you rest, relax, and rejuvenate your mind, body, soul, and spirit. Today, we're going to be speaking about Sanatana Dharma and some of the deities that have come to me like within dreams or throughout meditation. And I'm going to go a little bit, just a tiny bit deep into that, and how I think it's very amazing how these Devis and Devtas manifest in our lives through worship and through doing devotion. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with something that I want to stress, and it's that these beings don't always come into your life immediately. Sometimes it takes time, devotion, or they just come into your life at a certain period. They might even be there already and just not very strong. You just might not feel them very strongly at the time. I tend to worship Devi much more than I tend to worship Devtas, and that just means if you're not from Hindu culture, Devis is the divine feminine, Devtas is the divine masculine. So I tend to worship the feminine aspect, and Saraswati is somebody who is a deity who's very creative, very spiritual, very calm, and she helps you with all forms of art and creation. And I've always felt like that's something that I wanted in my life. I wanted more energy from Saraswati to come to me, to come help me with my creations, creativity, art, singing, anything like that. And I already embody those aspects when it comes to like my physical art, like drawings and things of that nature. But I felt like even with embodying that and having that energy born within the family through me for physical art, I feel like it was kind of lacking, or I wasn't giving it enough attention. And what I mean by that is I wasn't worshiping Saraswati as much as I should, or devoting to as much time as I should to her. And when I did start to do that a little bit more, I suddenly had a dream, which was actually yesterday night. I had a dream of Saraswati drawn in my sketchbook, and I just purchased a new sketchbook which is made from bamboo. I'm not sponsored, obviously. I'm still a new channel. And this is my bamboo sketchbook, and I went for it because it feels so natural. I was told that it is made from bamboo, like the pages itself and the cover. But I don't want to go off on a tangent. So I got this new sketchbook during the holidays, and then I had a dream about Saraswati drawn on the first page of my sketchbook. So that is already a sign of something that I have to do. And within that dream, it wasn't really too much in my style, the art style. That's another video for another time. But I got the message from source that this is something that I can do to make my sketchbook feel more divine, make it feel more spiritual, give me more luck, and manifest more art and creativity into my life, and hopefully get through that sketchbook, because artists tend not to get through their sketchbooks, and I have 1,000,001 sketchbooks, just like I do with journals. Yeah, that was a message from Saraswati, and my message to you guys is that the divine will come to you when the time is right, with keeping your devotion and your love towards these beings. That is first and foremost. You have to always love the beings that you are worshiping. The Divine Mother, Divine Father, you always have to worship with love. And even if you don't, you're not like someone who worships heavily every day or every night, or prayers every day. As long as you do things with love in your heart, and if you love the process, really love the process of, if you're doing puja, or if you're doing any type of worship, or just lighting incense at your altar and praying, really love what you're doing. It might not come as easily to everyone. It takes time to really love what you're doing. And what I mean by that is like love that you're worshiping this divine being. Love that you're offering them incense, you're offering them a diya, which is a clay lamp. Whatever you want or desire, that will reflect to you so quickly because you're doing things on a love vibration. So that's my story with Saraswati. And I've seen some videos online and stories of people saying don't share, you know, what you're going through or what is coming to you through the divine. And I agree with that on a certain sense that you're not meant to share everything with everyone. But I feel like this is something that I was meant to share or that I can share. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that small little story. It wasn't anything huge, but it could be huge to some people because it can take a very long time for the divine feminine to reflect back into your life what you're asking for, or to feel that they've heard you. I've always felt that I've been heard by the divine feminine and masculine, but certain things don't come quickly, you know, and that's just because it takes time, or certain methods need to be changed for that to reflect into your life. Next, I'm going to go ahead and talk about Shiva. So Shiva is a being that can take lifetimes for him to answer you. I've already been blessed with, you know, some manifestations of Shiva. He helps me with certain things. For example, if I'm trying to manifest calm and peace, and if I focus and pray to Shiva, he helps me with that peace. The story that I want to share is that I was going through, and still kind of am, I was going through something very traumatic, very stressful, and I mean to a degree that is very tough to deal with. To give like a small piece of information, I was dealing with like a narcissist, and I don't want to get into that because that's not what this channel is for. If you know what a narcissist is, you know it's very tough and challenging to deal with them. So I was praying to Shiva, I did some meditation, and I was praying to him, and I just kept asking, no, I want to feel peace. I don't want to feel trauma. I don't want to feel stress. I don't want to worry about what this person is doing or any of that, you know? I just want to feel calm. And again, usually when I do pray and ask for these things, they don't always come, or they don't come to manifestation or to fruition to that level. And when I asked for this and I did some meditation, I felt so relieved. I felt at peace. I felt like I was just sitting and I could see Shiva, you know? And that's something that really spoke to me, because as a person whose manifestations don't always come to fruition very quickly, that was very amazing to me, to feel that energy, to feel that I can feel that reflection of Shiva, you know, reflected to me, feel that peace, feel that calm. And that was just amazing, tremendous energy. I do have other stories that I could share, but I just wanted to share these two. And the overall message is that I want people to not be discouraged. If you're on your spiritual journey, even if you don't identify as spiritual, whatever you identify as, if you are on this journey and you feel like the divine or source isn't answering you as quickly as you'd like, just know it will come. It'll come very quickly if you do it on a love vibration. And you know, that's not for everything. Some things do take time, but worship on a love vibration, love through everything, love everything you're doing, every process, even the challenging things, love through that. And I know that can be very hard to do, you know, with life and people and a lot of things happening all at once, but you just have to love through everything. That's how the divine is gonna get to your doorsteps. That's how the divine is gonna answer you. And I guess that's the entire message of this whole video, is that if you are working with any deity or source, you know, understand and know that source loves you, these deities love you, and if you're doing things with love and out of love, then everything will come back to you like so much more quickly than you think. And when you are worshiping, always remember to thank source for what is being sent to you already, for what you already have, because showing gratefulness, showing that you love to worship the divine, that's going to help you so much more. It's going to help them manifest things into your life so much more. So thank you guys for joining me today. I know this was a bit of a different video. I didn't really plan too much on talking about like Hinduism and the Devis and Devtas, but it's very much ingrained into me and into my culture. So it was going to happen at some point. I do have more videos that I'm planning on releasing about Hinduism, but I want it to be, again, like from my experience, because people will tell you so many things that you should or shouldn't do, and I don't agree with it all. I really don't agree with it all. And I think that I'm here as a messenger to share things from my experience, because there are certain people that have struggled so much to get to where they want to be and to become the person they want to become, and they kind of fall off on their journey. And I want to be that voice for you to recognize that you can get to where you want to be. You can be acknowledged by the divine, by the Devis and Devtas, by Source, whatever you identify with, whoever you worship, whatever your denomination is. You can and will be answered at some day, at some point in life. And even if you feel like you aren't answered, just by praying and just by reaching out to Source, they're already answering you. Whatever you want is already there. It's just taking some time to manifest. It's going to come to you. So don't be discouraged and continue on your journey. And I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday. Stay safe, stay warm, and thank you for joining me tonight. Have a good night, everyone.